Hey, Patriots fans! Today our conversation is about a possible move that could shake up the future of the New England Patriots and the way this team will prepare after a painful Super Bowl loss. The franchise's full focus now is on strengthening the roster, using free agency and the draft as the main paths to come back even stronger. In the last offseason, the team invested heavily in the defense, and the trend is for that unit to remain a priority. Pressure on the opposing quarterback continues to be important, but the front office is also closely watching the deeper layers of the defense. According to Ben Solak of ESPN, there is a projection that the Patriots could pursue Devin Lloyd in free agency, a linebacker coming off the best season of his career. He recorded 5 interceptions, 7 passes defended, 1 fumble recovery, 1 touchdown, 5 sacks, and 81 tackles, a performance that earned him Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro selections. The current roster already includes names like Robert Spillane and Christian Ellis's, but Jack Gibbons' contract situation opens the door for possible changes. In this scenario, Lloyd would arrive with the status to assume an immediate leading role. After 4 seasons with the Jacksonville Jaguars, since being selected in the first round of the 2022 draft, he has built consistent numbers in the NFL, totaling 9 interceptions, 5 sacks, 436 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, and 18 quarterback pressures in 63 games. He is the type of player who fits into a defense that has already shown the ability to take a team to the Super Bowl. At the same time, it is necessary to consider the financial impact of a signing of this magnitude. Spotric's projection points to a 3-year contract worth $60 million, representing a significant investment. The Patriots are expected to have room to spend, but every decision in free agency will reflect the franchise's priorities and its plan to keep the team competitive at the highest level. The arrival of Devin Lloyd to the Patriots roster would represent the addition of a linebacker with immediate impact, capable of raising the level of the defense from the first game. He would bring versatility to operate both in coverage and against the run, something essential in a defensive system that demands quick reading and tactical discipline. On the field, his presence would help organize the middle of the defense and give other players more freedom to execute their roles. Inside the locker room, Lloyd would add youth and experience at the same time. Even with only a few years in the NFL, he already has high-level performances and individual recognition, which naturally raises the group's competitive standard. His game mentality and consistency could positively influence his teammates, strengthening the Patriots' defensive identity. From a strategic point of view, his signing would allow the coaching staff to explore more aggressive and creative formations. With a complete linebacker available, the defense would gain more options to pressure the opposing quarterback and vary coverage schemes. This would make the team more unpredictable and potentially more dominant, reinforcing a unit that is already the foundation of the team's recent success. Devin Lloyd's main role with the Patriots would be to act as the central point of the defense, taking responsibility for reading plays before the snap and adjusting the group's positioning. He would be the player tasked with quickly diagnosing the opposing offense's intentions and reacting with precision, serving as a kind of extension of the coach on the field. This role requires tactical intelligence and constant communication, traits that match his profile. Another fundamental task would be controlling the intermediate area of the field, a zone frequently exploited by modern offenses. Lloyd would be responsible for limiting gains after short receptions and closing inside routes, reducing the efficiency of the opposing passing game. By protecting this area, he would help disrupt offensive rhythm and force unfavorable situations. In addition, he would be a key piece in decisive moments, especially on third downs and in red zone situations. In those moments, his role would be to execute defensive calls with precision, whether attacking specific gaps against the run or participating in packages designed to destabilize the quarterback. Consistency in these critical plays could have a direct impact on game results. Everything indicates that, if the signing is completed, Devin Lloyd would arrive with a clear path to a starting spot. An investment of this size is normally made with immediate impact in mind, and the tendency would be to see him integrated into the main unit from the beginning of preparations. The expectations surrounding a reinforcement of this level naturally place him in a position to compete for and secure space in the first practices. Internal competition would still carry weight because the Patriots system values performance and adaptation to the scheme. Even so, Lloyd's recent track record and consistent production suggest that he would have an advantage in this battle. The coaching staff would likely design the defensive plan already, considering his frequent presence on the field. With that, the most realistic projection is that he would not arrive just to add depth, but to establish himself as a fixed piece in the main rotation. Over the course of the season, the tendency would be to see him accumulate a high number of snaps and participate in the most important moments of games, consolidating his role among the starters. Having Devin Lloyd on the New England Patriots roster would represent more than simply strengthening the defense with another big name. It would mean integrating a player coming off a season in which he stood out as one of the league's most productive linebackers, with multiple interceptions and the ability to make decisive plays. His attributes as a playmaker in coverage zones and his skill in creating turnovers would bring a different dimension to the Patriots' defense, intensifying its ability to directly impact the pace of games. Furthermore, his arrival could help better balance the front seven, giving the coach more flexibility to build schemes that challenge opposing offensive lines in varied ways. Incorporating a player with top-level experience and recognized versatility in different defensive aspects contributes to expanding the team's tactical options, especially in critical game situations. From a roster-building perspective, having a linebacker with Lloyd's profile also signals ambition in immediately strengthening internal competitiveness. He would arrive not only with expectations of on-field production, but also with the responsibility to raise the performance standard around him, something that can be decisive in turning a good defense into a truly dominant one. We can expect an aggressive and strategic posture from the Patriots if they move forward with this action. The franchise tends to operate with planning, seeking reinforcements that fit into a long-term vision and not just as immediate solutions. If negotiations for Lloyd truly gain momentum, that would indicate a clear intention to keep the defense as the central pillar of the team. Careful management of the roster and salary cap is also expected. The Patriots usually balance investment and roster depth, so any step in this direction would come alongside other decisions designed to sustain competitiveness throughout the season. This type of move is generally part of a broader team-building plan. Finally, the fanbase can expect a team trying to quickly reposition itself among the strongest in the league. An addition of this level points to ambition and urgency to keep competing at the top. It is a sign that the franchise does not intend merely to participate, but to build a roster capable of sustaining deep and consistent runs. In an overall evaluation, the possible arrival of Devin Lloyd can be seen as a move consistent with the Patriots' competitive identity. It is a bet on proven talent, on a player who combines recent production and growth potential. By directing resources to strengthen the defense with an athlete of this caliber, the franchise shows focus on consolidating an already strong unit and turning it into a clear advantage against opponents. At the same time, it is a move that requires precision in execution. The financial investment is high and increases Lloyd's responsibility to deliver consistent performance. If his adaptation to the system is quick and the on-field return matches expectations, the impact on the team's solidity throughout the season could be significant. The conclusion is that this move has the potential to bring the Patriots closer to their larger goals. Strengthening the defensive foundation with an elite player is a step that signals ambition and long-term vision. If well managed, this fit could be one of the pillars for keeping the team competitive and in position to compete again on the league's biggest stages. Now, it is up to you. What do you think? Do you believe the Patriots should invest heavily to bring in Devin Lloyd or look for other alternatives to strengthen the defense? Leave your opinions in the comments. Until next time, Patriots Nation.